Thank you. Coming up on the programme, the countdown to the coronation is Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm Samantha Simmonds. First tonight, it is just 10 days to go until the coronation of Charles III and Camilla. The long weekend is expected to provide a much-needed boost for the hospitality sector. Pubs are busy preparing for a royal uplift, and according to one hotel booking site, Americans are set to outspend the British on high-end hotels for the first time ever, accounting for 32% of all reservations. Our reporter Gareth Barlow is on the mall for us this evening. Gareth. Still lots more to come before 7, including... Now, voters are preparing to go to the polls next week to decide who will run dozens of councils outside the capital. One of them is Slough, where there could be a political cost to the recent financial troubles there. The Labour-run council ran up hundreds of millions of pounds in borrowing and in 2021 effectively declared itself bankrupt. Independent commissioners have been sent in to help get the council back on its feet. Labour say they are sorting out the problems, but the local Conservatives say it is time for a change. Our political editor Tim Donovan reports from the borough.
When a council gets into a financial mess, you usually start to notice. In Slough, it's about to mean charging people to take away.
And you can find a full list of candidates standing for election in Slough on the council's website. The address on your screen now. And tomorrow we're in Hertfordshire looking at whether the Tories can hold on to well in Hatfield. Now, the Met has missed a government target to sign up new police officers. It's around 1,000 short, and the Commissioner has admitted that some of that is down to the reputation of the force. It is the only police force in England and Wales to miss its target. Our Home Affairs correspondent Sonja Jessop is here now. Hi, Sonja, good to see you. So how much of a surprise is this?
Well, the Commissioner said last year that he expected this target would be missed. The government wanted the Met to recruit just over 4,500 officers over 3 years. It's managed just shy of 3,500. And the Commissioner was appearing before MPs at the Home Affairs Committee today, and he was asked why they'd fallen short. Quality rather than quantity. So getting the right people in, because we've seen, haven't we, what can happen when it goes horribly wrong, such as with the case of serial rapist David Carrick. And there's also been a lot of concern about the number of inexperienced officers coming in and the impact of thousands of jobs being cut under a decade of Conservative austerity measures. But today, the policing minister was very clear about who he was pointing the finger at over this missed target.
The Met could have...
Well, the Mayor says that it is right that the priority is quality over quantity. He says that he's invested more than £1 billion in directly funding over 1,000 police officers. The Commissioner today also faced questions from MPs about what he's doing, not just to bring in the right people, but to get rid of rogue officers. He again expressed his frustration. He says he doesn't have enough powers to sack those people, but he says an update on the government review, potentially looking at changes around that, is due within the next few weeks.
OK, and I know you'll keep us up to date on that. Sonja, for now, thank you. Now let's take a look at some of the day's other news making the headlines. A multi-million-pound network of smuggling. From today, hundreds of black cabs will be equipped with military-grade bandages. Initially designed for use by the army, the bandages can apply 18 kilograms of pressure when strapped around a wound. They're being introduced to enable bystanders to help in the case of a knife attack or serious incident. Our correspondent Tom Edwards reports.
This is a pack of...
Turning to football now, and as we've been hearing, Premier League leaders Arsenal face one of the biggest games in their recent history away to reigning champions Manchester City this evening. Well, more on that shortly. First, though, to Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea play Brentford tonight and where fans are still waiting for news of a new manager. Chris Slegg is next. If you are of a certain vintage, well, these guys will be familiar to you. They brought us classics like Rio and Notorious. They are Duran Duran, of course. Well, they're about to go on tour and they'll be at the O2 Arena in Greenwich next week. Our reporter Frankie McCamley was lucky enough to catch up with them. So many classics. Frankie definitely had the best job of the day. Well, staying with music, and 1,500 of Freddie Mercury's personal treasures will go on show this summer before going under the hammer at auction. Amongst the... What about you?
No, absolutely not. Thank you very much, Samantha. Good evening.
Thanks very much. That is it from me. Lakshmi will be here later on with our 10:30 programme. But for now, from all of us, have a very good evening and thanks for watching. Take care.